later. Okay, now another element, once you do have the conditions, once you've identified that you got some good conditions for burning a spinnerbait, the equipment is key. This is the spinnerbait you want to use right here, guys. But if out of all the spinnerbaits on the market, don't waste your time, don't waste your money. This is the best burning spinnerbait. This is the Megabass SV3 spinnerbait. I'll link this in my tackle warehouse link in the description if you guys want to pick up a couple. But fish head design, it looks super natural in the clear water. Got a hand-tied living rubber skirt, nice shad. It's got a small nano-coated, super sharp, slick hook in there, probably about a 2-3 hook in there. It's got a nice keeper here if you want to use a trailer. And it's got 2 small double willow leaf blades. Small profile spinnerbait. You don't need a trailer on the SV3 usually because it's got the extended skirt. But this is the type of spinnerbait you want because you have to burn this thing. And any other type of spinnerbait, if it's not tuned perfectly like this Megabass is, this Megabass spinnerbait is tuned perfectly to run straight. If you try to burn a spinnerbait at a high speed, most spinnerbaits are going to roll off to their side because they don't have the fish head design like this, the patented fish head design of Megabass to keep it running straight. Attention to detail, quality components is the whole thing with this. So just get you a couple shad patterns like this in the SV3 spinnerbait. This is gonna get you set up with it. Okay, now the next, line and rod net type of stuff. Most of the time when I'm burning a spinnerbait, I'm using 12 to 15 pound test Seaguar and Vizex fluorocarbon line. You don't want to really go over 15 pound test because one of the key elements on burning a bait is making a long cast with it. And the 12 to 15 pound test will allow you to make a long cast with this bait. And it's still heavy enough. You're not really fishing around heavy cover. 12, 15 pound is plenty heavy enough to get even the biggest fish out. I've caught fish up to 9 pounds doing this. I caught the big bass. I was fishing the Bassmaster Top 100 tournament at Lake Lanier, Georgia, back in the early 90s, and I caught the big bass of the tournament, a 9 pounder, burning a spinnerbait on a bluff bank up there. So it'll catch big ones. Great technique for catching quality fish. So most of the time I'm using it on like a 7 foot 2 inch medium heavy rod. I use the Megabass Perfect Pitch. Again, 12 to 15 pound test fluorocarbon Megabass SV3 spinnerbait is the technique with it. Now the retrieve on this thing, one of the things about it is you've got to get the retrieve right because you got to get this bait moving just right. And let me get a rod here and I'm sort of going to show you, your rod positioning and how you want to hold it and everything with it. It's sort of like a swim jig a little bit. If you don't work the bait right, and if you don't have it just right in the water column, you're not going to catch many fish on it. So